Salute squad. Welcome to Fly High Productions with Mr. Follow Up. Hey, so check this out. Apparently Atlanta is not up to par by code. That code is not up to par, should I say. Word around town is that they have a rat infestation. Say what? What you mean by that? Oh, New York had the rat. Well, apparently it's a rat or two running around down through Atlanta on two legs. How so? I don't know. But with the little Woody, aka Kenny Copeland, one of the key witnesses in the YSL, Young Thug YSL Rico trial. I'm gonna take us back. I was wondering, where should we start? Well, since I'm Mr. Follow Up, I thought we'd take it back to 2015. And I know y'all wondering, who is this nut guy they keep on mentioning? Nut, aka Donovan Thomas. We gonna start right there, which is, in my opinion, I actually, me myself, I think this is what they gonna pin on Woody, because he's done too much talking. He's the only one that I've witnessed bring up this the murder case of Donovan Thomas, right? So with that being said, he's the only one that has some insight on that murder, right? And we all know how the police look at it. They won't even tell family members at times because they want to know what you know. Because a lot of times, if you got that information, you must be involved. Anyway, man, we gonna shoot down to Atlanta and see how this shit all got started and what the case is about mainly. It's a RICO trial. They trying to pin them boys to a number of things. But at the moment, since the trial has started, since I've been viewing it, their main focus been on Donovan Thomas, aka Big Nut's murder, right? So we gonna jump right on in here and see what's going on, and we gonna give courtesy to a dose of mystery. This is one of their productions. But we gonna get right on into it, man. Check this out.
Atlanta police are on the scene of a triple shooting.
Neighbors in Atlanta's Castleberry Hill neighborhood heard the gunfire around 7:30 Saturday night. They say a teenager and a man in his 20s were both shot in the leg. The third, 26-year-old Donovan Thomas, was critical.
Had a significant injury. We had at least multiple gunshots in the upper torso area. He was rushed to surgery.
Thomas died at the hospital. Homicide detective
telling us he was, quote, first a family man and a man of the community. He was caring and always looked out for anyone he came into contact with. He will surely be missed in my life. Police believe the two adult men and a 14-year-old were triple shooting outside this barbershop ended the life of 6-year-old Donovan Thomas.
The indictment also tied the rapper to the of Donovan Thomas.
This is video from court of young thug in a blue jumpsuit.
January 10th, 2015. A terrible tragedy was about to shake the streets of Atlanta. One of the most respected figures of the underworld would lose his life in a brazen attack fueled by gang rivalry. His name? Donovan Thomas, better known to those with gang ties as Big Nut, also known as OG Nut or Peanut. January 5th, 2015, gang rivalry overflowed into a collision between two camps that began the clock ticking down to Big Nut's ultimate demise that would take place just 5 days later. The two gangs in question were the Inglewood family, known shortly as IF, and Young Slime Life, known shortly as YSL. Donovan Thomas, also known as Big Nut, was rumored to be a high-ranking member of the Inglewood family street gang, while famous A-list rapper Jeffrey Williams, also known as Young.
Let's see what it say here. YSL and the criminal street gang that started in late 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue area of Atlanta, Georgia. YSL claims affiliation with the National Bloods gang. YSL's founders were Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, aka Slime, Walter Murphy, aka DK, and Trontavious Stevens, aka Tick, aka Slug. Jeffrey Williams, an Atlanta-based hip-hop artist, made YSL a well-known name by referring to it in his songs and on social media.
Thug is labeled to be one of the founding members of the YSL gang. On that day, January 5th, IF gang member Kelvin Watts attempted to rob YSL gang member Kenneth Copeland at Club Crucial. Atlanta Police Department gang unit investigators at the time believed what was widely speculated, that this altercation at the club incited the beef that boiled over days later, ending the life of Big Nut on January 10th, 2015. Big Nut was oblivious to the timer ticking down on his life. In fact, who many considered a figurehead throughout the city of Atlanta, had a friend and rapper he was at the time pushing to the world. His name was Rayshawn Bennett, known to the hip-hop community as YFN Lucci, from the crew Young Fly N-Word.
Y'all back down, man. Get with it, get it rolled over, man. This is your nut, man. I'm letting.
So YFN stands for Young Fly Nigga. Oh, okay.
You know it,
Sadly, Big Nut's enemies were in the shadows, plotting on ending his life. Aside from the altercation between the two camps, tension was brewing, and there still lies speculation that other events were at play that ended in a price being placed on Nut's head. On one theory, it was rumored Nut broke a sacred code of ethics in the gang culture and was talking to law enforcement about his rivals, YSL, affiliates of Money Murder Gang. On the other end was a financial motive that police documents reveal could have added more fuel to the already blazing fire between the two camps. At the time, Peanut was the manager of the rapper DeQuantis Lamar.
Let's see what they're talking about here. A possible financial motive for the homicide. Thomas family members stated that Thomas managed a rapper known as Rich Homie Quan, with whom Williams desired to collaborate on future musical endeavors. Both Thomas and Rich Homie Quan did not desire to work with Williams based on their previous experiences on similar projects with him. Williams and other YSL members attempted to aggressively pressure Rich Homie Quan to join Williams in future musical endeavors. However, Thomas acting as the behest of man, it's the behest. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Squad, is that BHEST? Of Rich Homie Quan obstructed Williams. Now we heard about the breakup of this couple, her Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug. Let's keep it moving.
Better known as Rich Homie Quan, documents go on to state that YSL co-founder Young Thug was requesting a collaboration with the rapper. But not only did Rich Homie Quan and Peanut not approve, but Peanut took a stand against it when Young Thug and his YSL affiliates tried to use intimidation and force to change his mind. It was at that moment Peanut understood the gravity of who he was facing, and as recounted by family members, he became fearful that his life would be targeted. His fears were right. On January 3rd, 2015, 7 days before his demise, YSL member Young Thug and Demikion Carlington, also known as D or Sarfax, sent a chilling message of things to come. On D's Instagram account, both were seen in a picture with the caption reading, "We ain't going back and forth." It was already decided by YSL that the time for talking was over and action was the next required step. January 7th, 3 days before Peanut's assassination, the transport to do the crime was rented by Young Thug.
This the infamous infinity that they've been talking about, that Young Thug was supposedly have rented, and Kenny Copeland was driving on the night of Donovan Thomas' murder.
A 2014 silver Infiniti Q50 sedan from Hertz Rent-A-Car. The days were counting down, and so was the lifespan of Donovan Thomas, also known as Peanut. Hours away from losing his life, Young Thug and his YSL associates put a plan into motion. January 10th, 2015, Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, was in the Infiniti he rented just a few days earlier when he spotted Thomas standing outside of a barbershop on 330 McDaniel Street in Atlanta. Thug was also with Garlington, aka D, Shannon Jackson, aka Shannon.
Here's what those lights look like at night. How cool is that? And see the steam come out of my mouth?
And Stillwell, aka SB, DeMonte Kendrick, aka Yak Gotti, Demise McMullen, aka Nard, and Justin Cobb, aka Doo-Wop. According to police documents and testaments from a key witness at the scene involved in the crime, Young Thug loaned the car to his YSL affiliates to carry out the hit on Peanut. At approximately 7:22 p.m., the shooter, who was said to be Jackson, aka SB, shot Peanut dead as he stood in the parking lot of the barbershop. The shots came from a motor vehicle, the same one that was rented and loaned to him and his other assailants by YSL co-founder Young Thug. Peanut was hit multiple times on the upper area of his body and began the fight for his life, while two others, one being a teenager, was injured in the attack. He was rushed to the nearest hospital where doctors attempted to save his life, but unfortunately, he succumbed to his injuries. Police officers believed Peanut wasn't a random passerby, but specifically targeted and assassinated. His passing sent a wave of emotions through the city of Atlanta. Some angry, others hurt, and some, like his rivals, were celebrating and making a mockery of his passing.
Now, this right here is crazy, man. Man, who do y'all think y'all hurting with this? The deceased is gone, and you go and desecrate their grave site. Man, ain't nothing gangster about that, man. Let me just say that here today. Ain't nothing gangster about pen on nobody's tombstone. Uh, what else I done seen him do? Just what my guy done did her. What's that, slat? And I've learned that SLAT stands for Slam Life all the time. Let's keep it moving.
The words slat were later spray painted on his tomb, and it wasn't a secret who the street terminology belonged to. Young Thug publicized the use of the term, and it is a regular term that is a part of how he talks.
Slay! Slay! Slay!
Young Thug even has.
Now remember that, cause we gonna cover that a little later in the live, and we gonna have your boy Lil Woody using the word slap, and this is recent, right? So I'm trying to wrap my mind around all this, uh, but already I know that me and that guy Kenny Copeland, we don't think alike. I can tell by his actions, you know, we don't think alike at all. Uh, I will say he's a thinker, whether he coming up with the uh, right information or not. I can't agree on that, you know, because a lot of things that he out here on this social media doing. Let's just say this, right? I've been watching the trial, and all I see is Lil Woody going to jail. This 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 murder right here that we mentioning now is gonna be his downfall. You know, he didn't grab hold to the word immunity and just ran away with it. But I think he first must he first need to understand what that word means. And another thing that's important, he has immunity with the state, not federal, with the state. Uh, so let's just keep that in mind.
Has a track titled Slatty on his album Slime Language 2, featuring one of his assailants that was involved in taking out Peanut, Yak Gotti. Investigators began on the manhunt to gather evidence that would lead to the arrest of the perpetrators, not only to bring justice for the crime, but also the time was now counting down on a wave of retaliation they knew was coming. The investigation led to numerous first-hand accounts of what happened, and all pointed to Young Thug and YSL being the ones responsible for the brazen attack. Peanut's brother, who stood near him at the time of his passing, recalled Peanut whispering the haunting last words, "Thug had me killed." Further investigations led to officers obtaining a key witness involved in the incident, Kenneth Copeland, aka Little Woody. Woody first denied all allegations and speculations that he was involved in the hit, but 6 months later, after a series of attempts on his own life by his rivals and issues with the law, Woody came clean. The revelation was a smoking gun for the case.
Wait, so was Lil Woody being backdoored? What it sounds like to me, the way it's being described here, that Woody might have got himself caught up in a pickle, almost as if. Now I'm just assuming her. None of this is all alleged, but it sounds like Young Thug was trying to get a 2-for-1. Like he used Woody to take Nut out, right? Then swing around and put a bag on Woody head. That's what it's sounding like her. I can't say that's the case though. Let's check it out.
According to Woody, he admitted to lead detective Jim Thorpe that he saw Jackson, aka SB, at a McDonald's parking lot with fellow gang member Yak Gotti. Demise McCullen, aka Nard, and Justin Combs, aka Doo-Wop, immediately after the hit on Peanut's life. He further went on to state that at the same time, fellow YSL gang member Demikion Garlington, aka D, told him that SB, Yak Gotti, Nard, and Doo-Wop had just murdered Peanut. Woody was the one tasked with picking up the other members of YSL involved in the homicide at the McDonald's location. Upon entering the vehicle, Garlington, aka D, went on to confirm to him that they murdered Peanut during a drive-by shooting in which they used the silver Infiniti rented by YSL co-founder Young Thug. The hit set off a series of events that led to a bloodbath throughout the city, claiming lives and fueling a gang rivalry that still continues today. Peanut's close friend, YFN Lucci, has been locked in a wild back and forth with YSL and Young Thug ever since. In May 2019, this nearly resulted in YFN Lucci suffering the same fate as his friend Peanut when his Mercedes SUV was targeted in Atlanta. Popular entertainment website TMZ reports that Lucci wasn't there at the time, but police officers found a man suffering from 2 gunshot wounds, and Lucci's mother was the registered owner of his vehicle. In a clip obtained by TMZ showing just how intent his assailants were on claiming his life, bullet holes can be seen all through the vehicle. Then again, in June 2020, YFN Lucci was targeted at his music video at the 600 block of Martin Street. 3 assailants fired, injuring someone in the thumb. Both YFN Lucci and Young Thug, however, are now fighting for their freedom after both were indicted on separate RICO charges. YFN Lucci is facing a murder charge, and Young Thug and his YSL gang members were indicted for criminal activity, inclusive of the ones responsible for Donovan Thomas, also known as Peanut, losing his life.
This is video from court of Young Thug in a blue jumpsuit. The rapper and 28 other defendants charged in a 56-count indictment.
George, this investigation has been going on for months, and take a look at this. This is that 88-page indictment, 56 charges ranging from murder.
9 of Young Thug's songs used as evidence. The indictment saying these words used after the murder of Donovan Thomas, the leader of a rival gang. One of the people charged with his death, a member of Thug's YSL label.
Peanut's passing was a tragedy, one seen far too often in communities.
So that was just to give y'all an introduction on who Peanut was. I know you if you've been watching the trial, you wondering who is this guy they keep on talking about, Big Nut. Which him and Thug was cool at one point. Same video footage and all that. Now, as I said, we gonna keep it moving. We gonna see right what Lil Woody's been up to, right? Now, I told y'all to remember that word SLAT. Or I can't even call it a word acronym, or it ain't really a word that I've never seen, ever seen. But we got Woody. was watching an interview of Woody, right? And in the interview, he said slack. This is a recent interview. So is him and Thug really? I mean, let me ask y'all this: do you think Kenneth Copeland is trying to help YSL right now, or is he trying to help himself? And by helping himself, I'm saying, because right now he's admitting that he lied and placed all the blame on the gang. But by helping himself, we've seen him outside, outside where I don't know. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't know the Atlanta streets like that to say that he was actually in Atlanta, but he outside, right? And it almost seemed like he feel bad about the decisions that he made, which have him kind of straddling the fence. He want to help Young Thug at this point, help himself by not being prosecuted himself, because he can be charged with perjury up there. They can lock him up for that. So is he really just trying to help himself right now, or is he trying to make his way back into the games? The gang is back over on their good side. See, that's what I feel like. I feel like he really, want to call a truce. But Thug's still sitting on the inside, so he probably ain't thinking nothing like that. And the trial I seen, I'm gonna have to pull that up too. I'm gonna make a video on that. These boys making faces back at each other, almost like they was talking to each other with their eyes or something. And you see Thug wipe his nose on the slide. We all know what that's supposed to mean. But anyway, man, I know I'm rambling. What I was trying to get to, Kenneth Copeland, and I want to see if y'all catch what I caught in this video.
I'm about to start me on the fence. Yeah, you can sit right here.
Okay. So what you like to do?
Rub on you.
Rub on me.
Stop the music. Oh, I forgot all about the music.
How you? You like to rub? You want to rub on me? My skin's soft. You can touch it. Look.
This sure is.
Yeah. I don't shave either.
You lying to me? You said what part of Georgia you from?
I was born in Decatur.
Where you from? The city?
Yeah, I was born in Decatur, but I grew up in like Conyers.
You country.
Kind of.
You green?
No, nigga, you green?
I'm just asking.
Are you green?
I can be.
How?
Slit.
Nah. What? No, say it again.
I ain't saying that.
What is that? Slit. What is that?
Never said slit.
What did you just say?
I ain't say nothing.
Okay, anyway, you don't gotta say nothing. I like you.
What?
And I like your bald head. Oh, nigga, you green?
I'm just asking.
Are you green?
I can be.
How?
Slit.
Nah. What? No, say it again.
I ain't.
Oh, nigga, you green?
I'm just asking.
Are you green?
I can be.
How?
Slit. Nah.
What? No, oh, nigga, you green?
I'm just asking.
Are you green?
I can be.
How?
Slit. Nah.
What? No, say it again.
I ain't say nothing.
What is that? Slit. What is that?
Never said slit.
What did you just say?
I ain't say nothing.
Okay, anyway, you don't gotta say nothing. I like you.
What?
And I like your bald head.
Kiss it in.
Kiss it. I got you.
But she just kissed on this nigga head. Bro, what the f?
Yeah, so Lil Woody, he out there getting money. He's showing out. This was staged though. This was supposed to be a loyalty test, but you could tell it was staged. But I wanted to see if y'all caught him using Slack. Did anybody catch that? So, and that's supposed to be part of the gang word, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here. Let me know. I might be tripping, but I thought that was supposed to have been part of the gang terminology. As a matter of fact, they just in that video, if it's true, they say Young Thug was the one that came up with the word, made it famous. He was the only famous one out the group, so I reckon so, huh, squad? Now I'm gonna take us back in the courtroom. So I want to show y'all a few things here. No, let me go to this other one first. No, let's play this.
Mr. Copeland, do you remember saying on when being asked questions by Ms. Hilton that Mr. Turner or Threat asked you to go with him and you and Mr. Turner fired ammunition or bullets into the barbershop of Rich Homie-Quan's father? Do you remember that?
Can you ask me again?
Yes, sir. Do you remember telling the jury that you and Mr. Turner, Threat, went to the barbershop of Rich Homie-Quan's father and fired bullets into that barbershop?
What about it?
One more time.
What about it?
Do you remember saying that?
Out of frustration?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you did that, do you know whether there were people inside that barbershop at that time?
I don't recall.
Do you remember telling District Attorney Hilton before you started to testify on Friday, June 7, 2024? I asked you this before, but I'm going to ask you again, okay? Before, when you first came into the jury to testify, before June 7, 2024, so before that date. Do you remember telling District Attorney Hilton that there was a video of you and others saying, "We killed Nut," may exist? Do you remember saying that?
I don't recall.
See, I still just went right into it. Like, but Woody brought this on himself though, cause he's only what am I trying to say? He's only repeating what Woody done said, and I'm watching Lieutenant Copeland on the stand here too, and I think this is when he realized that this ain't a game. When Brian still got in front of him, but I'm gonna let it play. I forgot where I was going with this, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna come right back to me.
Did you tell District Attorney Hilton that?
Did I tell her what?
That there's a video with you and others admitting that you killed Donovan Donovan Thomas.
I can't remember if I told her.
All right, let me go into this.
Where you at, still?
I want to ask you about Jeffrey Williams or JW. $240P as in perfect, and that states exhibit number 378YE. So, Mr. Copeland, that's going to be the June 10, 2015 interrogation or interview with the police. And it's at 248:22 through 248:57. And this goes into you stating that when you pulled up, you told Deshawn is your child's mother, right? That's
right.
Her name. Okay. That I was like, she got in the car. She was at her friend's house. This is on January 10, 2015. You're recounting. She got in the car. You said, man, these ends just killed Nut, bro. She like, who? I told her it's Thug and them. She like, huh? What happened? Like, SHI, I don't know. D just got in the car and like, SHI, boy, they just, you know what I mean? They just told me that. So she like, what you gonna do? What the F you mean what I'm going to do? I ain't got nothing to do with this SHI. She like, yeah, you know, like we all know they was gonna say my name. So I was like, I don't know. So we got in the car and we rode home. Okay? I'd like you to listen to make sure I said that right, if you don't mind listening.
That was y'all Deshaun. So my foot told what Deshaun was like. She got in the car. She was at her friend's house. She got in the car. And he need to chill play, bro. She like, who? I told her, throw up there. She like, huh, what happened? I said, I don't know, DJ got in the car like shit. But it, you know what I mean? They told me like it. So she like, what you gonna do? What the fuck you mean what I'm gonna do? I ain't had nothing to do with this shit. She's like, yeah, you know, like, we all knew they were going to say my name. So I'm like, I don't know. So we got in cuffs. We drove home.
Did you hear that? Did I say it accurately?
Sound like it.
Okay. And do you remember?
He just put that young man in that trick bag. Nah, like I said, he the only one that's really talking about this so far. I ain't heard nobody else bring up Donovan Thomas's murder outside of him and the state. And I think the defense is at a point to where they gonna try to get Thug off by pinning everything on Woody.
Remember telling the police that, and then they spoke with Miss Quarterman or Deshawn. You're aware of that? You said earlier, right?
They did?
Yeah, you're aware that she would call them for you, text message them.
Oh, yeah.
Collect calls. Never corroborated or never asked about that, right? As far as you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right. You want to have 1 second?
Sure.
I apologize. Sorry about that. Thank you, Your Honor. Okay. The next one, we discussed already, I believe. No one ever, you told the police that on June 10, 2015, that from the McDonald's, me and him get on the expressway, boom, and they are following y'all in the Nitro. Asked the detective, you said, yeah, no. They told us to follow them. So you're following them, the detective said, and you said, yeah. But when D told me this, H-E-L-L, no, I ain't fixing to follow them. But D didn't get out of the car with me, but I'm trying to trick D so I can see what the H-E-L-L is going on. Boom, so we follow them to Thug's house. They stayed downtown at the Sky House. I'm going to play for you, make sure that's right. Jeffrey Williams or JW240Q, State's Exhibit number 378YE. It's the June 10, 2015 interview. It's from 9:58:12 to 9:58:39.
So we gonna get on Spiller. Wait, are they following y'all? Yeah. Nah, they told us to follow them. Okay, so y'all follow them. Yeah, but when you told me, hell no, I ain't gonna follow them. But I had to even get out the cover. I'm trying to keep these, I see what the hell going on. Boom. So we followed them to the door. They stayed downtown on the Sky House.
What I said, was that fairly accurate?
He said, I told you. I heard it, but man, I have to tell the police anything.
And the truth is, you didn't follow Jeffrey Williams to Sky House.
I don't remember that night. So much going on. I don't know what happened that night.
When I say follow to Jeffrey Williams Sky House from the McDonald's.
What I'm saying is, so much what happened that night. I can't say I was all over the place. I don't remember exactly what happened that night.
Let me ask you this. Did you ever drive by at any time, the scene where the barbershop is, where Donovan Thomas was shot and killed on January 10th, 2015?
What you mean?
Did you, at any time, I understand there was a lot going on, but did you drive by the scene? You know where Donovan Thomas was shot? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
One more time?
I said, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Did you, on January 10, 2015, drive by that street where he was shot?
I can't recall.
Okay. Let's do this. Did the police, detectives, federal, anybody, district attorney's office ever come to you and inquire of you whether or not your phone records show from the McDonald's area, cell phone tower, to the Sky House? Did they ever ask you about your phone records to see if it tracks what you told the police?
They never told me nothing about my phone at all.
Okay. All right. I want to talk with you about
You want to talk to him about the statements he made about Donovan Thomas murder? Go ahead.
meeting with Detective Thorpe. So it's about 7-8 hours after the shooting of Donovan Thomas, January 11th, 2015. Your Honor, this is Jeffrey Williams, or JW 241D, as in David. And this is State's Exhibit number 378YA, as in Elisa. It's 3:18:50 a.m. to 3:20:42 a.m. And Mr. Copeland, if you could just listen for this, and if I said it wrong, just tell the jurors I got it wrong. You're in with Detective Thorpe, January 11, 2015, and Detective Thorpe is asking you, who is Walter Lee Maddox? And you said, who? Walter Lee Maddox, the detective said. You said, I don't know. Nickname? Detective said, did you all ever rent or own an Infiniti? You said an Infiniti. Detective Thorpe said, did you all ever rent or own one of those cars before? You say no. You deny it. Detective Thorpe said, have you been stopped in an Infiniti before? You said, have I? No. Detective Thorpe said, have you been stopped in an accident in an Infiniti? You said no. Detective Thorpe said something, I don't know, you could tell us if you can recognize it. You said, have I ever had a car break-in? No, let me think. You talking about this year? Detective Thorpe said, anytime. You said, I had a car break in a Pontiac. That was a couple of years ago. Detective Thorpe asked you, what kind of car does your brother drive? You said a white Dodge Charger. That's the truck he gave me. You said, Detective Thorpe rather said, does your brother got two cars? You says, nah, his girl got a car, and that the car he got, the Dodge Charger, and she got the ugly little Malibu, like 19-something. Detective Thorpe said, a 2014 Dodge Charger. You said yes. Detective Thorpe said, white. You said yes. Who drives a Nissan? Detective Thorpe asked. You said a Nissan, what color? Detective Thorpe said, it is gray. You said, I don't drive no Nissan. Detective Thorpe said, okay, y'all ever have an Infiniti Gray Q45 before? You said a truck. Detective Thorpe said no. You said a car, not that I know of. I want you to listen to this. If you don't mind, tell me if I did that wrong.
Who's Walter Lee Maddox? Who? Who's Walter Maddox? Huh? No nickname? Did y'all ever rent or own an Infiniti? Infiniti. Y'all ever rent one of those cars before? Have you ever been stopped in an Infiniti before? Have I? Yeah. No accident in an Infiniti? No. A Maxima? Have I ever had a car again? No. Let me think. So did you? Anytime. I had a car in that Pontiac. That was a couple years ago. I ain't had no coverage. I ain't had no written sleep. I ain't have none of it. What kind of car your brother drive? Oh, who was that in there? Dodge Charge. His car he gave me. Your brother got 2 cars? Nah, his girl got a car, and the car he got the Dodge Charge. Then she got the little ugly little Melody, like a 19 something. 2014 Dodge Charge? Yeah. White? Yeah. We drive a Nissan. A Nissan? What color? What color is it? Gray. I like that on Nissan. Okay. Y'all ever had a Infinity Gray? A gray Infinity Q45 before? A truck? No. A cup? Yeah. Not that I know of.
Were you able to hear that, sir?
I think we all heard.
Okay, similar to what I said?
Huh?
Similar to what I said?
I guess.
Okay. Mr. Copeland, you referred to Detective Thorpe as a squirrel brain. Do you remember that earlier in the testimony? Do you remember saying something like that?
Yeah.
And by approximately 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, January 11, 2015, so within 8 hours approximately of Mr. Donovan Thomas being shot, Detective Thorpe is asking you specific pointed questions about you in a rental gray Infinity sedan. Do you realize that?
You said, do I realize it?
Yeah.
What you mean?
That's what he was doing. You understand that he was asking you about a rental Infinity within 8 hours of the shooting of Donovan Thomas.
Right.
And you denied any dealing with an Infinity vehicle rental, right?
Right.
And that's not true, right?
What you mean?
You were dealing with a rental Infinity vehicle.
I was?
Yeah, weren't you?
I don't recall.
The car that you were driving that Jeffrey Williams rented.
Why it seemed like Kenny Copeland on trial at this point. He's not, but they setting him up for his trial. Mark my word.
For you was, do you know that type of car that was? Or he testified to?
What about him renting the car for him?
Sustained.
Okay. The car you were driving that you announced that you gave to Threat or Mr. Turner, do you know what type of car, rental car that was?
No.
Okay.
Infinity.
Okay. Did the police ever come back to you and ask you about Walter Lee Harvey again? To your knowledge?
I still don't know who that is.
Okay. Did the police ever come back to you and talk with you about wrecking that 2015 Infinity vehicle? Besides this?
No.
Now, you have used other people's, like when other people rent cars, you know, Miss Quarterman's mother rented cars, allowed you and Miss Quarterman to use. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Just do me a courtesy, I apologize, but for the court.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And that would be in Miss Quarterman's mother's name, the rental car. You're aware of that, right?
Right.
And meeting or interrogation by the police, 11:33:17 a.m. to 11:34:10 a.m. And I'm just going to tell you and just make sure this is what it says. You said that I didn't break in these cars. I wasn't even with them. I just gave them the car. Detective said, but you said, but for what reason though? because they, you know, they was going to do some stupid SHI blank to get some money. Detective Dennis said something, I don't know what it is, so you can help us if you don't mind. You said, I knew they were fixing to go. Detective Gaither said, you knew they were going to do a job. You ain't what exact job it was. And then there's overlapping, meaning everyone's talking at one time. Detective Gaither said, but you know what an effing job is. You said, I just. Detective Gaither says, you know they ain't going to church. You said, I was just looking at like SHI. I ain't doing it. I ain't getting in trouble behind it. That's how I was really looking at it. Detective Gaither says, but you're still effing up Deshaun. Because if something else would have happened in that effing car, that truck is in her mama's name. Detective Dennis said, what if they did a robbery? You said, like I told them. Detective Gaither said, and it's the first report. Detective Dennis said, right. Detective Gaither said, we found. Detective Dennis said, we ain't even check. And you said, what I'm saying, no. What I'm saying, I already told them. I said, look, y'all, this car is Deshaun Mama name. You feel what I'm saying? I just said it like that. I said, it's in her mama name. She's gonna tell the police if y'all do anything. I did it. And I'm saying, y'all, I ain't going down for nobody else. I told her just like that. Just listen to it, make sure that what I said was fairly accurate.
That ain't my fault that you did that. No, I didn't bring any car. I wasn't even with them. I didn't stay in the car. But for what reason though? Because
Okay. The part I wanted y'all to see was about them asking him about Donovan Thomas. And like I said, you know, he was in that courtroom talking about Donovan Thomas and that murder. Now, I don't know which one of these other guys done said something about it, but I've only heard it come out of Kenny Copeland's mouth. And me just using common sense and knowing how the police works, 9 times out of 10, they gonna try to pin this on Lil Woody. Sad to say, but you know, he fell right into this. He fed into it, to be honest. Because if he was gonna come in there and just scream, I don't recall, he should have left it there. His problem to me is he talks too much. That's what got him here today. All his talking. But like I said, you know, they asked him then about Donovan Thomas, right? Check this out.
Now, Mr. Copeland, we just talked about MDC, and I want to go back very quickly to the shooting at the gambling house in Lakewood. Do you remember us talking about that a little bit earlier? And when we talked about it earlier, do you recall back in 2015, in the same January 2015 interview, telling the detectives that initially you all thought it was MDC that shot at you at the gambling house?
Can you say that again?
Sure. When discussing the gambling house shooting, initially, do you remember telling Detective Gaither that initially you all thought that it was MDC that shot at you all at the gambling house?
I know MDC ain't shoot at us. Me.
And When you talked to Detective Gaither and Detective Dennis about the shooting, you actually went into some details about what happened that night of the shooting. Do you recall doing that?
What you mean?
Like telling Detective Gaither, giving them details about what happened the night of the shooting.
I remember what happened, but I don't remember what I told the police.
Okay, what do you remember happening?
Niggas was shooting at us.
Okay, can you watch your language?
I mean, people were shooting at us.
All right. And where were you all? Where were you standing when they were shooting at you?
Outside.
Okay, and you said they were shooting at us. Who else was out there with you?
A lot of people, little kids. I can't be specific who was out there.
Okay. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither and Detective Dennis that Thug was out there with you?
I don't recall.
Okay. And that the individuals started shooting from the bushes?
I don't recall where they were shooting at, but I thought they were shooting at.
Okay. And also, did you tell Detective Gaither that you ended up having to run behind a young woman who was out there as well?
I don't recall what I told the investigators.
Okay. And do you recall telling the investigators that at the Cascade skating ring, you confronted Kel about them shooting at you all from the bushes?
What happened in Nut got nothing to do with YSL. This some shit, excuse me language. This got everything to do with threat. You know what I mean? I was trying to protect Threat from the get-go. You know what I mean? Threat, and they had some more stuff going on, like.
Was Threat at the gambling house when it got shot up by Kel?
Young, you said nothing I say can be used against me?
That's right.
Me and Threat shot up Rich Homie Coin Daddy Barbershop on Bankhead. I don't know what happened with Threat and Rich Homie Coin, but I'm a ride with my brother. And they was beefing. And yeah, we put up and did that.
Okay. And as a result of, why did you and Threat shoot up Rich Homie Quan Daddy's barbershop?
Because I'm a ride with Threat.
Okay. Did Threat tell you why he was shooting?
I don't ask no questions. I just say let go.
And when Rich Homie Quan's barbershop was shot up, was that in September of 2014? Do you remember?
I don't know when. I know we went up there and shot it up.
Okay. Was it before Nut was killed?
Yes.
Do you remember what happened the day that you and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop?
What you mean?
Like, do you remember that day? What led up to you going to the barbershop and shooting it up?
I told him they go do it.
What led up to you saying, let's go do it? Why?
Threat was mad. He was like, he fucking keep scaring my language. He was talking, playing like we somebody to play with. And I was ready. I had them choppers on deck.
Why was Threat beefing with Rich Homie Quan to shoot up his daddy's shop?
Cause we didn't know where he was.
So did you go to the shop looking for Rich Homie Quan?
Nah, we went to send a message.
What time did you go and shoot up?
I ain't telling you that.
Okay. Was it in the morning?
It was at night.
To your knowledge, did anyone send Threat to go shoot up Rich Homie Quan's daddy's shop to send a message?
No, he said what he said, and I told him, let's go do it.
Okay. You said that you all went to go send a message. What message were you sending?
We ain't the ones to play with.
Okay. Did something happen between Rich Homie Quan and Threat prior to you all having to go send a message?
Yeah, but I don't know nothing about it.
So how do you know something happened if you don't know anything about it?
Because I can't say for facts if it's the truth.
Now, did this shooting of Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop start the beef between If Gang and YSL?
The beef was never between If Gang and YSL.
Okay.
The beef was between me, Threat, and Shell Kell. Rich Homie Quan, because they were Shell Kell was trying to ride Rich Homie Quan. The streets threw YSL into what me and Threat had going on.
Well, that takes me back to the shooting at Lakewood, right?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. You just said that the streets brought YSL into what you and Threat had going on, correct? That's what you just said?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Is that a yes for the record?
Yes, my bad.
So going back to the shooting at the gambling house, when you learned that Shell Kell was the one who shot up Thug's vehicle, did you and Shell Kell squash your beef when the two of you met at the Cascade skating rink?
Nothing I say could be used in no courtroom,
That is correct.
federal or state.
Is that the parameters of the immunity or?
Nothing can be used.
Correct.
And what your question was?
When you and Shell Kell met at the Cascade skating rink, did the two of you shake hands and say that the beef was over when y'all met at the Cascade skating rink?
I pulled a gun out on him.
At the Cascade skating
At
rink?
the Cascade skating ring.
Okay. Well, who'd you pull it out on?
Shell Kell.
And once you pulled the gun out on Shell Kell, what happened?
I had somebody with me that I didn't want to get caught up in my bullshit, my shenanigans.
Who was with you?
I can't recall.
And
Well, if somebody you just
I
said,
can't remember who it was with me.
okay. So how did
this boy done pulled a gun out on somebody, and ain't nothing happen. Yeah, my man probably need to go sit down somewhere, cause to be in and out of jail, and you got this type of heat on your head out there in the hot Atlanta. I don't know.
you know you didn't want them caught up in your shenanigans?
Because I wasn't fit to put nobody else in my. I just wasn't gonna do that.
Okay. So after you pulled the gun out on him, did you shake hands with him to say that the beef was over between the two of you?
Nope.
Okay.
I pulled the gun out and let him know I could have got you right now.
Okay. And you didn't shoot him?
No, I didn't.
All right. So did you tell the police Gaither and Dennis back in January 2015 that you and Shell Kell shook hands and said that the beef was over and y'all two were laughing about it?
Well, I'm talking to the police, so I'm not going to tell them what actually took place. If I knew that y'all was going to do what y'all doing today, I wouldn't never even did what I did.
Okay. And then after you told the police that you all shook hands, you told the police that Kell wanted you to FaceTime Thug.
Thug had nothing to do with what we had going on.
But that's not what I'm asking you, Mr.
I'm
Corporal.
telling you the truth.
Did Kell shoot up or shoot Thug's car the night that the gambling house was shot up?
Everybody could got shot up, and I can't say if I never seen who actually did it. To say that it was Kell who did it.
Okay. Was Thug's car one of the cars that was shot up the night that the gambling house was shot up?
My car was shot up, and a few other cars. I didn't see Thug cars because once I came from behind the wall, everybody was scared of pulling off.
So is your response that you don't know if Thug's car was shot up?
I don't recall if his car was shot I doubt it was shot up because I seen it what a couple days later or whatever.
Did you tell the police that when back in this January interview with Gaither and Dennis, that when Kel asked you to FaceTime Thug, you FaceTime Thug and said, "Hey, Slime, the beef over with." So Thug was like, "Yeah, it's over with." And then Kel got on the phone and Thug started talking, and Thug said, "The beef ain't over with until you pay for my window. You shot my window."
Well, I told you I'd make anything up if I'm talking to investigators.
Okay. And they clarified and they asked you that what Kel said, and you said no. That's what Thug told Kel.
It don't take a rocket science to come up with. I don't recall what I told the investigators. I know I wasn't going to tell them that I put a gun on Sheriff Hill, and if I didn't have certain people with me, I was going to do something to them.
Okay.
Look at them boys looking at him.
And that, furthermore, you said, you told Detective Gaither and Dennis, yeah, he shot Thug's window. So Thug, like, I don't care about none of that, about what you all have going on. You still shot at me. Just pay for my window. If you don't pay for my window, hey, man, I ain't letting nothing go. I looked at Kel and said, that's between y'all two. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Dennis that?
You know, I don't even talk like that.
All right. And then afterwards, they hung up from FaceTime, and Kel's like, nah, man, call Nut. And so you and Kel started talking, and you told Kel, just pay for the window. This shit over. And Kel's like, pay for the window? This nigga just tried me. Did you tell the police that that's what Kel told you after he got off the phone with the...
When I pulled that gun out on Sheriff Hill, I said, I could have got you. He went his way, and I went mine.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Dennis that you actually did shoot at Kel's house back in June of 2015? In the interview in June of 2015, you actually told the police that you shot at Kel. Do you not recall that?
No, I don't.
Okay. So
I don't think I got a chance to get him.
You said that. You told the police you shot in the air, but Kel was around. Do you recall telling the police
Can you say it again?
Sure.
I shot in the air, but what?
I'm going to object to this statement of what he said. It was just represented that he told the police he shot at Cal. Now it's being represented, he told the police he shot in the air, but Cal was around.
All right, well, then maybe something he told the police too. I don't know. She can ask about it and he can answer whatever his recollection is of what he said to the police. Go ahead. Okay, well, that is true. So make sure that you have a basis for your questions.
Yes, I do, Your Honor. Looking at those pictures, did you also speak to detectives in June of 2015?
June? Yes.
Okay. And during that interview, do you recall telling the police that you actually did shoot at Kel, but you told them that you actually shot in the air, but Kel was around?
I love God too much to be shooting at him.
Okay. Do you recall telling the police that you shot in the air?
No, I don't even recall ever shooting in the air.
Okay. Now I want to go back to the January 28, 2015 interview. Do you recall telling the detectives that you told Kel, you got a problem with Thug, you don't have a problem with me, that's over with, and y'all shook hands?
Yeah, I don't recall what I done told the investigators.
Now, in the same 2015 interview with Gaither and Dennis, after you spoke with them, Gaither and Dennis, about what led up to the shooting on the highway, Do you recall giving them more detailed information about the shooting on the highway?
What you mean?
Sure. Let me ask you this. Do you remember how long your interview was with Gaither and Dennis?
They questioned me so many times.
Okay. Do you remember the interview being approximately 3 hours?
Probably so.
Okay. And in the course of that interview, do you recall talking to them about a number of different things?
I don't recall.
Okay. In speaking with Gaither and Dennis about the shooting on the highway, do you recall being at a pool party before the shooting occurred on the highway?
No.
Okay. Isn't it true that you told Detective Gaither and Detective Dennis that you all were at someone's home or at the pool party and you were getting ready to leave when you saw Booshi, Booshi, get?
All right, she getting off topic. I wanted y'all to see all the crimes that he's admitting. The fact that he turned to that, what, not, let's just make clarity now. Now, he just asked the judge herself, do he have immunity on not only state, but Fed too? That's going to be important down the line because, everybody want to say how the Fed, even myself, from some of the things that he was saying, like they gonna come back and pick that up. Now he's saying he just clarified it with the judge and the state. Now the state said, that was part of the stipulation. He can't be charged with Fed or state, but we talking federal though. I could see them pulling the trump card. It's just how much he talked, y'all. This is in another interrogation that he had. This, I was about to lie. That's not Gaither. But this is another interrogation that he sat in there and talked and talked and talked. Since they not playing the whole interrogation, let's see what he talking about here.
Okay, here's the concern. You have a lawyer, so we gotta make sure. I don't want to violate any of your rights. I don't want to do anything. Listen to me. Mr. Melnick's still your attorney, right? Because I was gonna see you next week at your bond hearing. You know that, right? Did they tell you that?
You was. So you gonna lock me up next week?
I'm gonna testify in your bond hearing.
What you testify for?
When we testify in your bond hearing. So I was gonna see you next week.
You said my bond hearing?
Yeah.
How y'all gonna revoke my bond?
The attorney on the case is gonna move to revoke your bond. So I'm gonna see you next week at your bond hearing. But I have to see, I don't want to violate your rights, Mr. Melnick is your attorney, okay?
Yeah, I don't need my attorney right now.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, okay, Investigator Flores that's gonna come in here, is probably he's probably the most down-to-earth, coolest one you're gonna get here, okay? So, but I trust him with everything, that's the only other really one I'm gonna work with. So if you trust me, because I looked out how many, over the years, have made sure haven't I tried to talk some sense into you?
It's not serious about that.
What?
I'm not saying serious.
About serious about what? What you just said? What I'm saying, like, you know that I care about you. Listen to me, with your 2 daughters, I tried to get you some help.
The detective implies that Woody owes her his cooperation because of everything she has done for him. In truth, this type of leverage was the motivation for her help.
Like, it's been a long time with us. Like, I've never done anything like out of character. Like,
you won't need to tell me what I'm here for.
I'm not. This is the APD thing. So what I'm saying.
Are you FBI now?
No, I work with the DA. I'm at the DA's office now. So an investigator in their gang unit.
You said you're an investigator? At
the DA's office, at the Fulton County District Attorney's office. I'm an investigator in their gang unit. So.
How would you like to collect 5-figure checks by helping?
So, if you give me a minute, let me call somebody. I don't want to, like I said, I got to make sure everything's done correctly. I don't want to, but you're saying you'll talk to us without, I don't know, I'll take you to a different floor, okay? Okay, but I don't want, if you're going to talk, I don't want anybody to hear you, okay?
Yeah, I see him point to the other room. I'm talking about my man off the top. Well, you know what? This is not his first interrogation though. I think this is one that was in 2015 though. This after, I believe they call him in the gym with the gun and a book bag. But let's see, let me not spoil it.
Yeah, too.
Who is that? Who's in that room?
Mine.
I don't know. Is he a felon? I don't know. I don't know him. I just know Mad Mom. That's all I know. I don't know if it's like a real deal.
Yeah, but it's crazy, man.
Okay, listen.
If I'm going to jail, I got nothing to say.
Okay, listen.
And I told you this today, and when you see what happened, you're going to know.
But what I'm telling you is, can you give me a minute to make a phone call so we can talk about? I want to make sure everything gets done correctly.
If I'm going to jail, I'm not going to say nothing. I don't want to, because I've been tortured. Y'all tortured me, and y'all still torturing me. I stay away from everybody. I stay away. I haven't hurt nobody. I haven't done nothing to nobody. I haven't. I stay away from these niggas. All I do is try to go over here and live my life.
Okay, please give me 1 second. I'm going to come right back, I promise.
All right.
I promise, okay?
I'm not opening my mouth. Y'all tricked me that time.
Trick you with what?
I tricked myself, you right.
Who tricked you last time? I've always been honest with you.
Okay.
When they came and got you at the house, I got that. I got that one. Okay, this is Investigator Flores. You remember earlier? Okay. One of my partners. This is one of my partners, Investigator Flores. He works at Atlanta Police Department. I gotta tell you, first things first, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to you and represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you and have these rights in mind? Do you want to talk to us now? I need a verbal. Can.
Yeah.
Okay, your friend has been moved upstairs. We're keeping you separate, okay? So, do you want to talk about today? I told him you're in charge today, not me.
Yeah. So what happened today, bro? With Brittany Parks.
Wow. She called me and said police here. They was at the house. You know what I mean? And asked me what to do. And I was like, what the hell you doing to her? She got my baby, want me to come turn myself in? I'm like, what for what? She's like, probation. So I'm like, shit, why they got your baby? She like everybody for smoke. I said, well, like if you go there, they're gonna lock you up. She like, she knows. You know what I mean? So, shit, she asked me to come get him, bring him.
Where you pick it up from?
Shit, some gas station.
Gas
She
station?
told me to pick her up on the gas station and take her, and I picked her up.
Shit, I told her she put me in a bad situation. I feel bad for her. Like, why the hell you put me in there? Like, I'm not gonna tell you turn yourself into no police, but don't do me like that. That's what I told her. And she was like, "Come on, man." I said, "I understand." You know what I mean? Like, shit. She said she gotta go do what she gotta go do. She cried. I just felt bad for her. I took her to her apartment where the police was, and that was it.
Yeah, I ain't tripping on that. What about afterwards? After you drop off? Where you dropped off at, matter of fact?
Shit, however she stayed, like where she stayed.
Like you dropped off in front of the apartment complex?
I dropped off right there. She got out and walked.
Although the gun wasn't his, as a convicted felon, being caught with it in the car could cause Woody serious trouble.
What about afterwards? Like, where did you go afterwards?
I went to the landing station.
And one second, you know before when you said about you want to go home today, you know we can't promise you anything, right? Wait, listen to me. I gotta make that clear. You understand that, right?
Woody is hoping for some type of plea deal, but the detective is careful to emphasize the fact that she can promise him nothing in return for the information he is offering. At this point, it would be in Woody's best interest to walk away and wait to see if his lawyer can get him a better deal.
And listen to me, Woody, listen to me. I just gotta make that clear to you. We can't promise you anything. You understand that, right?
You know.
Listen to me. I just gotta look, Woody. For a minute. Listen to me. I just gotta make that very clear. We can't. At this point in time, we cannot promise you anything. Okay?
What she went through?
This, you know what I mean? They told me, don't promise me now. I told them everything that I knew about him. This situation.
About what?
Last time. Everything y'all feel like I had something to do with it. I didn't have nothing to do with it.
Do my situation, because I wasn't there. This is my first time meeting you, so you gotta fill me in.
That some years ago. You know what I mean? Everything I knew about it, I said everything I knew. The police feel like I knew anything about it. I didn't know nothing else. I wasn't there. I didn't have no parts. All I did was I heard after the fact things, and I said everything I knew, and I went through it. I did 5 years. I lost people while I was going through the process. I was tortured. Them niggas ain't tortured. Them niggas ain't gotta go through what I gotta go through. I was tortured. Now I'm still being tortured. This girl asked me to take her to go, you know what I mean, keep her family out of there and go do her time. That's it. I went to the mall, bro. That's it. You know what I mean?
But you know what? As man to man, it was your actions that led to you in this spot afterwards.
Panic. I panicked.
Panic the wrong way.
I seen the police jump out. I got scared. Shit, niggas, you know what I mean? Like, I got scared.
Say that wrong there.
I mean,
We talking about that at last station, right?
I got scared when they jump out and they came at me. I got scared.
I can't fault you for that. I understand. Shit, I'm the police, and if police jump out on me, I'm scared too. It's just human nature. I ain't gonna lie to you, just human nature. But did anything happen in between you dropping off Brittany and you getting to Atlanta Station?
I had picked up my buddy, which is you and somebody else. You know what I mean? And we went to Atlanta Station.
But did anything happen in between that time?
Like, did we do anything? No. Not one single thing. Like, to be honest, I respect my girl, you know what I mean? I never do nothing in her car. I never had done anything to anybody, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say.
Who girl?
Aaliyah.
The car?
Yes.
The owner of the car? Y'all live together?
Yes, I would. She went through my phone and...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so...
Hey, my girl go through my phone right now. I'll be in the same boat. I'll be goddamn homeless.
Is she Caitlin's mom?
No. Caitlin.
You have another one?
No, I just got 2 kids.
Caitlin and Zari, right?
Yeah.
So who? Deshaun and Zari's mom.
And Tenacious Caitlin mom.
So that girl said she was your baby mama?
Yeah, she got 2 boys. I be doing for her kids.
Oh, so the girls aren't hers?
No.
Oh, so you just take care of her kids like they're yours. Gotcha. I was about to say, I didn't think that.
I got you.
You know what I mean? As in, me in the crime, I didn't do nothing. I didn't run away. Like today, I wasn't driving reckless. I haven't. Like, y'all got cameras everywhere. All the time, I swerved over because of the thing in the streets. I mean, I didn't have no gun on me, no nothing.
Where you swerved over at?
Woody is incredibly nervous, as evidenced by the way his leg rapidly bounces.
Right here by the jail. There was something in the street messed up right there. And I was talking on FaceTime. And when I looked up, I seen I heard it swerved over. And then they cussed me out, but I didn't see it. I drove on. Man, I'm being honest with you. I'm not gonna cut a check, man. Like, for real, man. I've been trying, man. I have issues, man. I get scared every night. I go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, I do stuff that seems bold to keep people off me. You know what I mean? Because I know what type of niggas I'm dealing with. But man, man.
But how many
if I gotta go to jail, man, I just gotta go to jail.
How many times have you and I sat down for hours? Hours, right?
I don't understand. I just have the information, man, and what did she get for nothing?
Listen to me.
Nothing, man.
Since he has been an informant for 11 years, Woody is well known to the police.
Are you talking about, well, what do you, I know what you're talking about, but you're not.
Wait. Them some heavy accusations. My man been an informant for 11 years? Man, let's see who the source is. This coming in from Law and Crime Network. A reputable source. We can almost assume they did their homework and they done seen the paperwork. Woody's been an informant for 11 years. Wow, that's crazy.
You're not in trouble for that.
But I'm not in trouble for
But what I'm saying, like, you told me, you're talking about when you went to the feds, right? And you did that sentence, like, that's over with. But you're talking about, that's what you're upset about?
No, I'm not specifically saying, I'm just saying, I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill this nigga. I didn't have nothing.
I'm not saying you killed him.
No, I'm just saying, all this leading up into this all leading up to this, it ain't nothing I'm doing on my own. It ain't like I'm out here doing it to people.
Hold on, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with what happened back then, cause I don't even know what you're talking about. Alright? But today, I seen you for myself.
You say you seen me?
Mm-hmm. Going out, man. I seen you swerve on Bankhead to get around that car, going through the red light as you're going through a turn green. You know what I'm talking about? By Marta on Bankhead.
Oh, gotcha. I did do that.
That's
you right. I did
worth driving. And do you have a suspended license?
I don't have a license.
So you're not.
You had a point. You got a point, right? I did do that. I forgot. I did do that.
So
I be scared to stop at lights. Shit. I turn out.
I get you. I understand. I do understand. But it's that right there. You driving. Yeah, and that's stupid shit. You see what I'm saying? We were here because we driving when you're not supposed to be driving and drive reckless at the same damn time. And that's why you get it.
Well, how could I help y'all here on the keys?
Can't, they're right, we can't.
Hey, squad. I can't get over the fact. They didn't say that this man has been an informant for over 11 years. and this the guy that they saying finesse, doing all the finessing out here. He done took finesse 2 times now. Man. No wonder the gang hot with him. Cause they done seen this paperwork.
Can't offer you anything today. We can't promise you anything today. Woody, I gotta make that clear. I have to make that perfectly clear.
For the second time, the detective tells Woody that they can't make any promises to help him with his charges.
I have never tricked you. I've never been disrespectful to you.
So
Listen to me. Listen to me.
You got some.
I'm not the person that can help you with anything.
Right there, that's.
To be fair, they told that boy several times that they can't make no special promises to him. At that point, man, he shouldn't have been rapping in the first place.
Just minor traffic infraction. Driving with no license, giving no license, or suspended license, and the reckless driving for going through that light like how they did. Bullshit. You feel me? Bullshit. You know what it is. You seen people, I'm pretty sure you know people who done shot somebody and got out on bond. That's nothing. That ain't shit.
But I know they're not gonna give me out on bond.
I don't know it's just your legal situation. You see, I don't know that. But I don't know. I can't speak for the courts. I can only speak on what I got going on, what we got going on right now.
So what you charged with?
The license and just a regular driver. Just that.
I can't afford it, man.
And
There's somebody gonna die.
well, listen, Woody.
Somebody about to die.
Wait, listen to me. Unfortunately, there's a gun in that car.
A gun with her?
In your car. I did a search warrant.
And see how he always have information? Now, of course, you know this came up in the trial. But we see it coming out of Woody's mouth right here. He can't deny it. He can say he don't recall all he want. But I can almost tell you that's a damn lie. Because I'm pretty sure he done watched this himself several times. The minute it hit the internet. Woody has been an informant for 11 years, man. Over 11 years. Boy.
The vehicle, there's a gun in the car, and you had a magazine on you when they picked you up. Federally, they can charge you with the ammunition. Statewide, you're probably going to get charged with the gun.
I'm gonna get charged with the gun?
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't no gun in that car.
There was a gun in the car.
Where y'all found the gun?
I wasn't out there. There was a gun in the car, though. So what I'm saying is, so if you want to talk to us today, I cannot promise you anything. I can't make you any promises. Listen to me. I can't make you any promises. I can't offer you anything today. That's not what we can do. We cannot do that.
So I'm just talking y'all gonna go to jail and then y'all gonna decide what years later with.
No, I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is, today I cannot promise you anything. We can't promise. I can't. I'm not authorized to do that. He's not
So
authorized to do that.
today, you saying I'm going to jail for this?
So basically, it's a little bullshit. But what we can do is, if you do cooperate, we could talk to the DA and let him know you did cooperate.
Informing the DA that Woody was cooperative will do nothing to help his current case. All Woody is doing by volunteering information is wasting a potential bargaining chip he could use later.
And that's the most that she can make a decision at that time when it was going on. But we can't promise anything.
But I just want to be okay. I did do that. But I didn't have no gun. I didn't know nothing about a gun being in my girl car. I mean, I never do her like that. Now, these pants, I just put them on quick. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying to explain none of this. But how could I help myself? That's all I'm asking.
Like I said, we can't. Woody, I can't make it any
So
clearer.
that's his point.
No, it's not pointless. Like I said, we'll communicate. What I'm saying. Investigator Flores can't offer you anything. We can let the district attorney's office know and down there that you were cooperating.
The information I had, they want to hear right now.
I mean, we can pass it to them.
Then you pass it to them. I'm thinking something gonna happen today.
What's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
Somebody's supposed to be killed tonight.
Who?
You know who?
I don't know who. But there's so much going on in this city, I don't know who. You're gonna have to.
You sit down.
There's so much.
I told you I know right there.
You said that.
People die every day in the city. If you can't be specific so we can do our job and save a life, you can't help yourself but you save a life.
I've been to the feds.
And what did you tell me about the feds?
This is the murder that about to take place with some very high people. And the stuff that I know right now, you know what I mean, should be able to help me get out of my situation. You know what I mean? I'm not bullshit. You know, last information I gave y'all was right. That I was just shooting at
Right, okay, and then the only thing you went to jail for last time was the gun you hadn't done far back, that's it. And what did you tell me about going to jail for 5 years? What did that do?
It did, but it
What did it
do?
And guess what, Woody? What happened the other night when you were on Instagram Live antagonizing everybody and you left and went to 656? What happened at that apartment complex 2 hours later?
You seen that shit?
Okay, what do you think was the reason for that?
I'm still trying to figure out.
I'll tell you what it was. You on Instagram calling everybody out, saying, "Come get me, I'm out here."
You're assuming. It wasn't about
Okay,
it.
what I'm telling you
is. See, y'all.
Do you not bring Zari and Caitlin out there?
Yes, I just told y'all. You know.
What if Zari and Caitlin were in an apartment out there, and what happened?
I don't have my. You're right. I'm gonna delete my issue, man.
But what if somebody? I don't know how nobody got hit the other night. But what if somebody got hit the other night?
You know, I went out there first thing in the morning and when they talked to the people. Because the people first thing they do, they put it on me. That had nothing to do with that.
Why are you even out there?
But you're right. You're right.
How many times are we gonna have the same conversation about you putting yourself? Last time you got out.
I promise. My girl ain't even here. I'm ready to fuck away from them. I can't leave. I don't talk to these people. I'm ready to go.
There's a difference between not leaving and moving to and not standing at 560 Windsor every day. There's a big difference. A lot of people don't like me. I can't go down and hang out in the county still every day.
I tell y'all this much right here. I know people are gonna go do it. I can get the time when they gonna go do it. So y'all can catch them in the act. I know.
Who's the target?
One guess.
I mean, Lucci's locked up.
Sheriff Kelly.
So how?
She always been tight.
Who?
Kelly.
Who's always been tight?
Sheriff Kelly.
And who?
He's this man. He's obsessed with this guy. He won. This is as much as I can say. Cause y'all already taken.
Wait, you're like, ooh, I'm gonna get lost. You said who's tight with Shell? No, because your friend's not here, nobody can hear you. Like, your friend's not here. We moved him for that purpose.
The person y'all just think that they tell me anything. He wants him. He want him as bad.
So you're talking about Jeffrey. Why?
Jeffrey who?
He doesn't know the backstory.
Y'all still taking me to jail, man. Like, I just told y'all.
But I don't, but that doesn't,
night.
but God forbid his kids are, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's more to it than, like, you can't just let stuff like that happen. On your, like, do you think if stuff,
I can't get over the fact that Woody been an informant over 11 years.
something like that was gonna happen to you, would let it happen?
How's it gonna go down? How it's supposed to go down?
I tell y'all that, then y'all can be able to stop what happened. You know what I mean?
Like I said,
I'm not gonna play with you.
I'm not playing with you either. That's what I'm saying. If you help, despite what that Joe man did, he still alive, and we still got a job to protect a life.
He's a waste of space.
He probably is, right? But if we have options to say, well, we got to.
But who's to say he's the one that's gonna get hit?
Right, guess what? You right.
Who's to say somebody's mom's not gonna get? Who's to say somebody's little kids are not gonna get? Because guess what? If they would've came and shot at 560 Windsor when you were out there.
The detectives are unable to make any promises to Woody in exchange for his information. So instead, they're trying to guilt him into speaking.
I saw how many little kids were out there on the video. It's not okay. It's not okay.
You think I'm paying attention? Every time I saw one, maybe know what happened. The police come right there. I pay attention. You know what I mean? I don't do nothing. That's why I know that.
Patrol officers, they just patrol.
They just come say 656 right there at the light. Just sit there. I said, you know what?
Because they know what
I know I gotta stop doing it. I knew I have to. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I know the dudes I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? But like you said, I'm putting other people's life in danger. And I know y'all don't want to be coming out and collecting shells and doing all this stuff here. My whole thing is, y'all can help me right here. I can help y'all. I can stop it.
Because you know you putting people out of danger. We know you doing that.
I'm not.
So that's what people always do. Listen, so you may not be, but people are out to target you, correct?
Yeah.
So who you think we gonna look at when a spot you just posted at get shot up an hour later?
And who do you think they're gonna look at if Kelvin Watts gets killed tonight?
They gonna target you.
I'm in jail.
But what I'm saying is, you and Kelvin have been going at it all week. I've been seeing, one thing you know about me, what is it? I'm gonna look at your Instagram.
Once I seen you, I knew every post I made, I knew everything.
So what I'm saying is, when you're talking about, I got a stick, it's ready for you, he's talking about, I'm gonna send you some bullets, what size you wear, like, and y'all go and you're posting, like, why are you gonna repost his Instagram post with the clown face?
Because,
like, you know, Woody, that's not good.
Because one thing I know about Kev, he's like me, he really don't want a problem. But if I back down, guess what he gotta come. But if I do that, they got into it in Canada over a dice game. They shooting right there, having over a dice game. Them niggas out there, I tried to stop it. I actually stopped them from shooting right there. But when I left, somebody wanted to be bold and come back and shoot. It didn't have anything to do with them.
Okay, it ain't had shit to do with them. How they gonna target him tonight?
Well, they got his location. And I got a call last night. And I
got a call from who?
The people. I told the niggas, stay away from that type of shit. Stay away from the people. Because you the one sitting in that cell. I told him all of this. You the one gonna be sitting in that cell. Without these niggas, they ain't gonna do nothing for you. And I told these niggas this.
Who are you telling this to?
Y'all can't probably all going to jail. You already said next week I'm going to jail anyway.
I didn't say that. I said you're gonna have a hearing. That's all I said.
Right. But the one thing I do know you can call someone on their phone and they hear what I have to say. And I can call this person right here in y'all face with a better background and let y'all hear and see his face, tell me how they plan on doing this. Or
call who?
The person who I'm talking about. I care for him and I hate I'm doing it to him, but
who?
I don't think.
I'm not gonna say.
You know so many people. I don't know.
This somebody who close to me.
Is it Young Thug?
I didn't say no name.
Woody makes heavy insinuations, but doesn't want to give out names at this point, which is hardly surprising, since he is getting...
Woody finna get himself in trouble. That's what Woody finna do.
Right, but guess what? Everybody trying to figure out where I got picked up for. You know what I mean? One thing about these dudes is I'm not stupid. Everybody know I'm not carrying no gun. So they can't say I got picked up for nothing. All they say I ran. When the police tried to get right back out, they can't say nothing. Him up there with me, they can't say nothing about him. They say they found a gun in the car. Guess what? Everybody know we ain't in no car. We didn't have no gun in no car. People, like I said, man, people talk, they say stuff, but only thing they can say is I ran. Well, I'm telling you.
This game, so that's why Woody running around.
You're not ready for it.
Like he got security with him. Cause he do have security with him. He a part of their squad down there. I'm talking about APD.
What is it on Instagram?
No, it's a private order. It's J Downs.
Is it Downs?
You might want to know further than that.
Do you want me to see if the district attorney can do you? Like, what I'm saying is, what thing is we can't. Woody,
my life is on line.
Listen, your life is, because guess what? If something happens to Kelvin Watts, the first person, like, because historically, in 2015, wait, let me tell you
something.
Okay, but
something the kids, you know how many people don't celebrate. You know what he's been doing to people?
I know.
His own people.
But what I'm saying is, Woody.
You know how many people really celebrate? You know how many people really want him? They really want him more dead than me. Because what he's doing, I'm not doing. I don't get around these dudes and everything. These dudes pick me, shake my hand now. And they're always buddies. I always buddies shake my hand. It's this dude who the problem is.
And what's he doing? Just
They the one giving his location. He taking change from them. He robbing them. He going around them, bullying them.
But didn't he just get out of prison yesterday?
Yeah, he just got a happy house yesterday.
So
he been monitored every day. He was in the happy
what I'm
house.
saying is, it's because of the history, and you may have changed now. I know you're a lot more mature now, but because of the history of what happened in 2015, after all that went down, when they shot at Deshaun's house, her mom's house, all that stuff, if something happens to Kelvin, it's gonna look like, especially because of how bad your Instagram posts have been. I'm telling you right now. So, listen, I can't offer you anything today. I'm telling you that right now. And I want to be honest with you. I want to be clear with you. Like, I want you to make the understand.
I told you,
but
I'm
trying to.
The detective tells Woody for the third time that she can offer nothing in exchange.
But he's still talking.
This on where y'all stop. Y'all go sit out there with your blue lights on. They'll get them another day.
You said what?
Because at the end of the day, man, like, man, every time I go to jail, I lose people too. You know what I mean? Not saying there's going to be a difference.
Well, I know, but the thing is, like, well, what if you get out and something happens to one of you know Nate Howard?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. You know his daughter got killed when he was in federal prison. Do you know that? Diamond.
I don't care nothing about them.
But what I'm saying is, God forbid you go to jail and something happens to Zara or Kate because you're not here.
You know about me?
Who?
The ones who put me in jail.
Who?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you now, you're right, I have been doing dumb shit. Everybody been getting on me about it. But like I keep telling them, it ain't like I'm out here doing it. I know how to keep shit up. I know how to keep them to get big. Me and this nigga used to hang together. I know where he on. If he see that I'm trying to change, I'm trying to do better, he gonna come.
So much with the back and forth.
I promise you, you won't believe this. It really won't even back and forth. Cause I didn't even, you just told me so I didn't know. I didn't have under his picture. You know what I mean? Cause he had.
And you reposted it with the clown face.
Yeah, because he came where I was. Well, he came in Lakewood. He was, you know what I mean, stopping by in Lakewood, and he went out there and told them, yeah, I'm looking for D and Woody. So that's why I started laughing at him, because why are you trying to target D? You know what I mean? Like, so like I said, but what I'm telling you is, the information I got right now.
Listen, if you give it to us today, like I said, I can relay it to the district attorney. It should be on your conscience that if you're talking about he's not really, it should.
I'm concerned about people around. I always been concerned. Y'all might not know, y'all might not think I think the way I think. I feel bad for all the girls that don't die and all the innocent people they have to. It hurt me every day to think about it. This is not my fault. This is Shanique's fault.
But you know about it.
You said what I know about it?
Tonight, you know about tonight.
Because I got a call last night.
Haven't we had to talk about him ruining your life, Woody? Haven't we had to talk about him ruining your life? What good has he brought to your life besides putting money in your pocket?
That's why he better did. But I have to the point myself to tell y'all this. This other thing.
But what I'm saying is, he has ruined your life. He's ruined Shannon's life. He's ruined Dee's life. Pretty much. Everybody he touches goes to prison, and then he gets new people. Y'all are replaceable. Y'all are disposable. Make no mistake about that. Because once y'all are in prison, he started. Wait a minute. Listen to me.
You can't talk to somebody that can help me out.
But they're gonna want more information than this.
Say again?
They're gonna want more information than this.
Okay, then I will.
But what I'm saying is, it doesn't work.
But
like,
y'all ain't gonna leave me out here like Adrian did.
Have I ever left you out here?
No, I'm telling you.
Have I ever left you out here?
I went down and said this much shit.
So apparently, she did more than talking. She added him on the team. If you late to the party, Kenneth Copeland, aka Lil Woody, has been an informant for over 11 years, allegedly. Wow. Man, and I know Thug hate that he's surrounding himself by these types of people. And they say, you know, birds of the feather flock together. I disagree. But at the same time, man, you know, your crew bringing you down, and it's been, you know, They done said out of their own mouth he was trying to get them away from the streets. And if that was the case, he was trying to better their lives. He wasn't, I don't know if he was putting a pack in their hand and sending them out there or not, but still, man. But my man been an informant for 11 years, squad. Man, hit the like button.
What did I tell you? Did I not tell you that if something happens to you, I'm gonna be upset?
You're not listening to me.
I'm listening to you.
You think I'd be talking to you if I
understand
had
that.
to get you?
But what I'm saying is, I have never left you out here.
You're not listening.
When you told me you have emotional problems because of your mom and your grandma and the way you grew up, what did I do? I tried to offer you counseling. You didn't want to go.
I have one. I went to the one they made me go to. And but I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna trust you.
We've talked for hours, right? You and I. I'm listening to you.
No, you're not. You're listening to me. You hear me. You hear me.
I hear you, but if I call that person, they're gonna want more information than what you have.
Cause this right here, petty. I can go to jail and do time behind this.
You can't keep getting in trouble for somebody that doesn't care about you. Because all he does is put money in your pocket. We had this talk 3 years ago.
You know what I just found out?
What?
Karen, no one you want dead. But you think I care?
He wants you dead?
Yo, you didn't know that?
Why would he want you dead? Why would he want you dead?
Because it is. Because it's here talking with y'all.
So why would you have loyalty towards him then?
You think I do? You think I really think
I would hope at this point.
I don't even hang around that nigga. When I go around, you know what I do?
Nah, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. If he do want you dead, it's not because you sitting there talking to them. It's because you sitting there ratting, bro. You sitting there telling everything. And now you running around in ATL like you part of 4PF. But your pockets is stuffed with dirty money. No, we can't even say dirty money. That's foul money. We were using the dirty money back in the 90s, and I can't even taint that. I can't even taint the dirty money like that. Bruh. You need a new name. Check this out, squad. As y'all can see, my man rapped for like over 2 hours. And if you want to go check it out, man, go slide over to Law and Crime. Because they got, and peep the entirety. Tell them Mr. Follow Up sent you. But nevertheless, man, that's overwhelming information that I just got right now. And that's going to take me out, so I'm going to go do my homework on this, and maybe we'll get back to this interrogation. And he got a couple of more out here, and I'm going to bring over here to the squad. Until then, I am Mr. Follow Up. This is Fly High Productions. Salute. I'm out. Squad up.